Hello, book lovers. Welcome back to Book Summary 5, where we bring powerful stories to life in just a few minutes. I'm Sammy, and today we're diving into Water by John Boyne, a haunting novella that serves as the first installment in his Elemental Quartet. This story is short but intense, a tale of personal reckoning wrapped in sorrow, isolation, and ultimately renewal. If you're ready for a quiet, slow-burning journey through grief, guilt, and the hope of forgiveness, this one's for you. And don't worry, I'll guide you through it so you feel like you have read it cover to cover. Our narrator is a woman in her 50s, unnamed for most of the book. She's recently fled her life in Dublin to a remote cottage on a windswept island off the Irish coast. It's a place surrounded by sea and silence, far from everything she once knew. She's come here not for a break, but for an exile self-imposed, yes, but deeply necessary. You can feel the weight she's carrying right from the opening lines. She is grieving, though the grief is complicated. Her son, Jonathan, has died by suicide. And while the pain of losing a child is enormous on its own, it's magnified by the fact that she feels complicit in his death. Not in any direct, criminal way, but in a moral one. She believes that by her silence, by her complicity in a system built on abuse and hypocrisy, she failed him. And that failure is now a wound that won't close. Through flashbacks and fragments of memory, we learn that she was married to a man who was a devout Catholic and a doctor. Her life was one of rules and rituals, appearances and control. And while her husband wasn't a monster in any overt way, he was part of a structure, the church, the community, the patriarchal order, that punished nonconformity. When their son came out as gay, the response wasn't violent, but it was cold, dismissive, unloving. That chilling absence of support was just as destructive as outright rejection. What hurts most is that she didn't defend her son. She stayed quiet. She went along. And now, in the aftermath of his death, she's left with a grief that doesn't just mourn him, it indicts herself. Her silence feels like betrayal. And on this island, surrounded by the relentless ocean, she is forced to face that truth over and over again. The water in the title isn't just scenery, it's metaphor. It represents cleansing, yes, but also weight. Drowning. Distance. Reflection. The sea is ever present in the story, washing up fragments of the past, reminding her of what she can't undo. The rhythm of the waves mirrors the rhythm of her thoughts, circular, repetitive, stuck. But she's not entirely alone. There are islanders, few but kind. A woman named Maeve brings groceries and cautious conversation. A young girl visits and brightens the edges of the narrator's grief. And over time, with no dramatic twist or rescue, we begin to see the smallest hints of change. She writes letters to her dead son. She opens up about her guilt. She starts to care for the land and the animals. Life, in its quiet insistence, keeps knocking. In one especially moving moment, she reflects on how water can both destroy and sustain. It can drown you or keep you afloat. That's what this novella is really about. Not redemption in the religious sense, not a tidy ending where all is forgiven, but the idea that grief can be lived with. That guilt can be examined. That silence can eventually give way to voice. John Boyne's Water is delicate and devastating. It doesn't scream or demand attention, but it lingers. It's about shame, but also about the possibility of self-forgiveness. It's a portrait of a woman who can't go back, but who might find a way to move forward, one tide at a time. Thanks for joining me here on Book Summary 5. I'll be back soon with the next book in Boyne's Elemental series, and more stories that move, challenge, and inspire. Until then, take a deep breath, hold your loved ones close, and as always, happy reading.